Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everybody. It is Monday, February 12th, and you know what that means. I know it's not Sunday. I'm sorry, I was a little busy yesterday, but it is time for the High Risk Wrestling Recap. I'm your host, Jeremy Pierce. Don't forget to check out the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram, and of course, the 215 on Twitter, and of course, Patreon. But without further ado, let's get into the news. We have an update on Camille. There are no plans currently for her signing. The impressive champion of 812 days as the NWA Women's Champion is still currently a free agent, and we do not know if she has signed her deal with NXT. She also doesn't really need to go to NXT, but I digress. ESPN, Fox, and Warner Bros. Discovery have joined up to create a sports streaming service announcement, a streaming platform. Weird as it may seem that these rivals will be working together, but AEW was excluded from this, and it sounds like Tony Khan has not sold the streaming rights yet to AEW, which is why they are not there. We're all still assuming that at some point AEW will be signing with Max. And when it comes to the Vince McMahon lawsuit, Ashley Massaro, the former Derby superstar who has passed away, some of her allegations have come out against Vince. One, that they buried a rape of hers when they were doing tribute to the troops, and Vince tried to bury her career, and he also was hitting on other women. John Laurinaitis denies covering up these allegations, but we can take everything he says with a grain of salt. And Ashley Massaro's lawyer has released a statement, and they believe very much so that this will come back to bite the WWE in the butt. It's some very, very shocking news, which really, really angered me. Anthem has fired Scott D. Moore as president and CEO of TNA Wrestling. This sucks. Anthony Ciccione steps into the role. And essentially, there are multiple reasons why Anthem fired Scott. They didn't want him to be the face of the company, even though we've had, Bischoff and Tony Khan and Vince McMahon as the faces of their respective companies. And they pretty much used Scott D. Moore to build TNA back up, get that good momentum, and then let him go. Because he, one, wanted to buy the company, and he made them an offer and had a backer to buy the company. And two, he wanted a bigger budget. TNA has never been hotter than they are right now, and he wanted to use that momentum, and Anthem was like, no. Anthem had a meeting with the talent. They just said very little. This is not good, and we need to see what's going to happen with TNA moving forward. I'm Tony Khan. Hire Scott D. Moore, put him in charge of Ring of Honor, period. What Scott D. Moore did for Ring of Honor, for Impact, he can do for Ring of Honor. Amari Miller confirmed she's no longer with the WWE. She's moving on to the next chapter in her life. WWE is now teaming up with Twitter to do something called WWE Speed, where they are 5-minute matches that are exclusively on Twitter, even though most WWE matches only last 5 minutes. And we have spoilers on the women that will be participating in the Eliminations Chamber match. If you don't want to know, please skip over, 20 seconds from now. But the women will be Liv Morgan, Naomi, Jade Cargill, Becky Lynch, Tiffany Stratton, and Bianca Belair. I like that group. I like that grouping. A long-term talent has finally signed with AEW. That will be one Shane Taylor, who's been with AEW and Ring of Honor for a minute, but he's now officially under contract to them. Rachel Rose claims that Booker T fired her from his promotion of Reality Wrestling due to stalking allegations. She's the victim here. And she says that Booker screamed and cursed at her when he arrived on the scene while she was talking to police about the incident. There's much more to the statement. We will have to see what Booker T says about this. On the injury side of things, there's some really heartbreaking news. Maurice will be having a hysterectomy. Her doctor already removed about 12 precancerous tumors from her. This will hopefully stop the cancer. I love Marie. She's really, really great. So I'm hoping all things work out with her. Coughlin King has surgery for her ACL injury. She will be out for about 9 to 12 months. She was really getting on a roll in TNA. So I'm looking forward to her coming back. Big Show Paul White needs another knee replacement surgery. So he'll have that. Injured Dirty Star will be returning soon. Looks like Dakota Kai is almost healed up from her ACL injury, and she can potentially help Bailey. Injured NXT star made his comeback to the ring recently, and that would be One Soul Roca. She is back from her ACL injury. Remember, she got surgery last year in May. She was on fire, especially with that finisher of hers, which is like a cartwheel cutter. But that is it for the news. We'll be right back with the week in review. All right, let's get into the week that was. We start off with Monday Night Raw. This was a weird show. We start off with the We Want Cody chant. So Seth comes out. He starts the show. He acknowledges the Cody and Rock chants. We were also getting Rocky Sucks chants. Cody comes out. Seth tells Cody that Seth needs this match against Cody at WrestleMania so he can prove that he can beat him. Drew comes out and tells Cody, yo, finish your story. I'll face Seth. I set it up for you. Drew is also on fire wearing the the CM Punk memorial shirt. It's just great. Things break down and Drew gets away after hitting, I believe he hit Seth with a Glasgow kiss. DIY wins a fatal 4 rematch to face Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne on SmackDown. Becky Lynch defeats Shayna Baszler to qualify for the Women's Chamber. Liv Morgan says she wants revenge on Rhea and she will go and get it. Adam Pearce reprimands Drew when Rhea goes to the ring and calls out Nia, and once again Nia dominates Rhea. Ever since Nia's return, they have made her into a monster, and it is working. I've never seen Rhea look so weak. Ivar and Valhalla defeated the Alpha Academy team of Akira Tozawa and Maxine Dupree. R-Truth is back. He still thinks he's in the Judgment Day, and they just can't take him. Remember, they beat his ass last week. Truth also accidentally helps Miz defeat JD McDonough after he gives JD his cut of the merchandise. So JD's stupid ass took the money. Miz ruins Gunther's championship celebration, and the New Day saves him from a beatdown. So it looks like we're going to get Jay versus Gunther at the Chamber. I'm expecting Jimmy to interfere, causing Gunther to win, and we can get Jimmy versus Jay at WrestleMania. The Kabuki Warriors retain the Women's Tag Team Championships over Katana Carter and Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. Sammy says that he will be a champion this year. In the main event, Cody defeated Shinsuke in a random bull rope match. This stemmed from Shinsuke attacking Cody at a house show. Drew attacked Cody after the match. So Raw was fine. We're just by I think when it comes to the Cody stuff, they were really biding their time until the press conference on Thursday. And if you need to know about the press conference, we went over it in the High Risk Wrestling podcast. Go and check that out. On Dynamite, the Young Bucks make their move. This show gets a thumbs up. So Swerve and Hangman, their match determining the number one contender, ends in a draw, and Hangman denies Swerve 5 more minutes. Hangman just wants to egg Swerve on. Joe isn't happy now that he has to defend his championship in a triple threat match, and he's not wrong. They lost. Neither one of them won, so why should they get a title match? Tony Storm defeated Red Velvet. Tony Storm doesn't release the hold, so Deanna Proctor leads commentary to stop her. Best friends will always be sticking together. The BCC defeated Mascaro Dorado, Hachiseto, and Volador Jr. More CMML guys tries to attack before the locker room comes out. Claudio did use a low blow to win the match, so I don't know how the BCC are the good guys here, and they're presenting the CMLL guys as the bad guys, and they haven't really cheated at all. Tony Khan announces big business in Boston. I think it's March 15th, I believe. March 13th. And this will probably be the debut of one Mercedes Moné. Takeshi that taps out Chris Jericho. So this feud should be over. Can we please transition to Sammy Guevara? In the main event, Sting and Darby Allin defeated Big Bill and Ricky Starks in a tornado tag match to win the AEW World Tag Team Championships. The Young Bucks attack them after the match and leave them beaten and bloodied. Over on TNA Impact, Khan runs wild. So Chris Sabin defeated John Skyler. Tasha Steelz defeated Zaya Brookside. We're definitely going to get a third match between these two women. ABC have no love for the Grizzly Young Veterans. G-Val Wheat. The Grizzly Young Veterans then attacked them during that promo and slammed Ace Austin's arm in the trunk. Jake Something is disappointed in Cass. Zachary Wentz defeated Speedball. The Rascals attacked Speedball after the match. Trent Seven tried to make the save, and then Steve Macklin stopped him, and then Nick Nemeth came out to run them off with a couple super kicks. Trinity and Jordan Grace defeated Giselle Shaw and Savannah Evans. Trinity got the win. This was Trinity's last TNA match. Cody Deaner's at a crossroads. AJ Francis offered to help him, and Hendry Paris, and then stuff happened. This was just weird. They need to get to the point with these four guys. Khan wins a handicap match, and then he and PCO fight to the back because PCO just doesn't die. Josh Alexander defeated Island Angels. After the match, Simon Gotch attacked Alexander from the crowd, and Matthew Ruholt denies any involvement. If you don't remember, these two are the Vaudevillian tag team in the WWE. So good that they acknowledged that. In the main event, Alex Shelley defeated Eddie Edwards. The System attacked Shelley after the match before Kevin Knight and Kushida saves him. So TNA rolling along. We'll see what happens going forward with the change in leadership and storytelling. Over on SmackDown, Triple H ain't playing around. The show gets a fist. Triple H is in the ring with Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce, and he announces that the main event of WrestleMania will be Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, because it doesn't matter what people think, and that they need to know their role. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Aldis and Pierce announced qualifiers for the Chamber to face Seth at WrestleMania, and it's been like this for a minute now, where the Chamber, we have two Chamber matches. Usually one of them is like a qualifier. There's a Chamber match to face the champion at WrestleMania. Drew McIntyre defeated AJ in his qualifier thanks to LA Knight. Sami Zayn will do whatever it takes to defeat Orton tonight. Bianca Belair defeated Michin to qualify for the Women's Chamber. Paul Heyman tells Triple H to fix it, and he'll be back next week with Roman and The Rock. Bayley wanted to know why Damage Control turned on her. She wanted to know. She built up something great, and things were fine until Asuka and Kairi Sane showed up. Dakota comes out and wants to know why Bayley hasn't been responding to her calls or texts, and Bayley's apprehensive, and Bayley's like, well, I tried calling you, texting you, and Dakota, she was like, well, Dakota, where were you last week? Dakota's like, I'm at the doctor, I'm healing up, I'm almost healed up for my injury. Bayley wants to know why Dakota didn't do anything, and Dakota was essentially between a rock and a hard place. Damage Control comes out ready to attack, and Dakota has Bayley's back. We'll see where this goes. Curious. Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne defeated DIY to face the Judgment Day at the Elimination Chamber. They show each other some respect after the match. This was the most NXT match, black and gold, for a long time, and these are people that Triple H loves. In the main event, Randy Orton defeated Sami Zayn to qualify for the Chamber. Drew stared down Randy after the match. Over on Rampage, the Undisputed Kingdom defeated the Best Friends, and Rocky Romero gets powerbombed onto some chairs after the match. The Young Bucks won a squash match, and they said that they climbed the rankings to face the tag team champions, and they'll have competitive matches like they had tonight. So they'll face I believe they're facing Top Fight on Dynamite, and they got the injury report from Doc Samson. It says that, Sting and Darby are injured, and they wish them well in the recovery. These guys are doing some really, really good work right now. Mystico defeated Matt Sydal, and in the main event, Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander defeated the Outsiders after Ruby left Soraya. So, yeah, we're building. The storyline has played out pretty much on Rampage, and I like it. Love it. After the match, Julia Hart and Sky Blue show up to kind of face off against Willow and Chris. Moving parts, more stories to tell. Things seem to be working right now for AEW. Over on Collision, we had a fine show with some story involvement. But my main complaint about Collision is that we need more matches where the outcome is in doubt. Let's go over, when we go over these matches going forward on Collision, let me know if you think the winner was ever in doubt. So we open up with Mox and Claudio defeating Finlay and Star Jr. Mox tell them to tell CMLL to step up or get stepped on. FDR comes out, squares up, and a brawl breaks out. Mox and Claudio winning was never in doubt. The CMLL guys have not won a single match. Dan Garcia defeated Shane Taylor. Again, Shane Taylor's been losing recently. Dan Garcia's been getting W's. Winner was never in doubt. Eddie Kingston won't let Danielson steal anyone's thunder again, because he stole Brian Keith's thunder last week. So he challenges him to a match at Revolution, putting the Continental Crown on the line, and that when he defeats Danielson, he has to shake his hand. Brian Cage won a squash over the Outrunners, seeing Hook fight to the back. The Undisputed Kingdom says they'll go after Ishii if he wins tonight. Adam Copeland sends a warning shot to the Bucks for what they did to Sting and Darby Allin, and he's coming after Christian, seeing as how Cassidy is challenging for Cassidy's defending the International Championship against Roddy, and Eddie Kingston defending the Continental Crown against Danielson, so that only leaves the TNT Championship. And I guess that's what we're doing with the rankings. It's kind of you pick, you choose. We're depending on what the storyline leads to. Dan Garcia comes out and says he's on a winning streak too, and he wants Christian, so they'll have a match on Dynamite. And Copeland tells Garcia that you had a match earlier today, and that's the only reason I'm not whooping you right now, because now you're trying to take food out of my family's mouth and deny me the championship. Kind of didn't make sense, but whatever. Chris and Willow will fight Sky Blue and Julia Hart when the time comes. So Willow will face Sky on Dynamite. Brody King defeated Mark Briscoe. Julia Hart spiked Mark Briscoe after the match, and he was just gushing blood. This is the first match on the card where the winner was in doubt, because Briscoe could have won, Brody King could have won. Deonna Purrazzo defeated Kiera Hogan. Winner was never in doubt. Toni Storm defeated Queen Aminata. That was never in doubt. And the announcers, the commentary team was pumping up Queen Aminata, but she's lost like her last 5 matches. Was never, ever, ever in doubt. And in the main event, Orange Cassidy retained the International Championship against Ishii. That win was never in doubt. The Undisputed Kingdom attacked after the match until Ishii and Trent ran them off. See what I mean? Winners were never really in doubt on Collision. I do like that we've been getting 2 women's matches on Collision, since we're not going to get 2 women's matches on Dynamite. But our matches of the week: from Raw, DIY versus the New Day versus Imperium versus the Creed Brothers in that Fatal 4-Way match. From Dynamite, Hangman Page versus Swerve Strickland. Obviously, I don't know why this is not really a trilogy when Swerve won the first 2 matches. Also from Dynamite, Sting and Darby Allin versus Big Bill and Ricky Starks in a tornado tag match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. From SmackDown, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate versus DIY. And from Collision, Orange Cassidy versus Tomohiro Ishii for the AEW International Championship. Our star of the week, I don't really know who to give this to, so I have to really go back and think. Let me give it to Drew McIntyre, who's just been on a roll with his heel turn. It's just working. But that is our show. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Come back this week. We got Flashback Friday this week. We got the High Risk Wrestling Podcast, episode 163 this Saturday, which is the Ballad of Bailey. We got the High Risk Wrestling Recap every Sunday. We got some Reddit content coming to you this week. And as always, check out the socials. Charismatic Creations on Facebook, YouTube. Charismatic Creations are on _52 on Instagram. And of course, the 215 on Twitter. That is our show, and I will see you when I see you. Peace.